Hello everyone, welcome back to Playlist Pop where pop music never dies. My name is Edward and today I'm gonna do a video about album covers. So I got different album covers that not only had a deluxe edition, but some also had alternative covers, or they had a vinyl exclusive, or just different covers, and I thought it would be cool just to react and give my opinion on which I like better. But anyways, here we go. The first one, Dangerous Woman by Ariana Grande. So there's three different covers. There's the standard edition, the deluxe edition, which I think was exclusively at Target because I do have that one. I don't think any other retail store had that version. Maybe it did. And then there's the Japanese version. I prefer the deluxe Target edition, and even if you look at it, there's like some pink on it, especially the booklet. There's hints of like markings of like that colored pink. It just gives more of the vibe of the album. And also, if you look at the Japanese version, I don't even think it gives justice as to what Dangerous Woman was. It's giving showgirl, I'm getting ready to perform, but it's not really giving Dangerous Woman, you know, the rabbit ears, the mask. It's not giving that. Like, it just seems more like a picture that you would just see in the booklet, or maybe when you turn the album over to see the track list. I can definitely see this one being used. Like, it is of that concept, but I just cannot see Dangerous Woman without her having, you know, the ears and everything. So yeah, I think the deluxe version from Target is definitely more my favorite. I just really love that picture more. Next one, Beyonce, her album 4. So there's the standard edition and then there's the deluxe edition. I think both photos are great and they do make a great perfect album cover. I don't know, there's just something about the deluxe edition, what she's wearing and the way that she's posed, like that one just hits different compared to the standard edition, and both are stunning. I love it, so I do prefer the deluxe edition more. So next one is Fearless by Taylor Swift. This album had 4 different covers, and I'm not gonna add the Taylor's version because, you know, that's a re-recording, and I just want to add that time when Fearless was released. These were the artworks that were released at that time or around that time. So there's the Japanese version, the international version, the standard edition, and then there's the platinum edition. Honestly, I just prefer the standard edition with her hair like that. I just think it just represents Fearless the best, and of course it's nostalgia. And I do like the international and Japanese edition. I do wonder why in the Japanese edition color corrected it and added more yellow. They did that in a way where it's too bright on her face. Like, it just, I don't know if they added too much curves, or it looks like they added maybe a glow type of effect on it, because if you look at her name and everything, it just seems more like it's glow. There's like a glow on it. I do like the photos though. I think there were great choices. They do make great album artwork. It just, the editing on it, like when it came to the coloring, maybe if the international they added some yellow like they did on the Japanese edition, okay, maybe then, because that's the only thing that's missing. It just feels like it's missing that, like that yellow touch. Demi Lovato, don't forget. So this one had 3 different editions: standard edition, the deluxe edition, and then the Japanese edition. I don't mind the deluxe edition. I think it's great, but I just cannot, like, I need the red and the black, you know, like the punk rock, because the standard edition or even the Japanese edition are best representations of the album. When I hear the album, I see the standard edition of the album, so that's why I guess it's hard for me to escape that. I'm chained to because of nostalgia, okay? But I do like the Japanese edition. Both are great, but I'm gonna go with the standard edition. Manic by Halsey. So this one had 2, the standard edition and then the alternative cover. I'm not really sure where the alternative cover was. Like, I don't know if it was like a Target exclusive or a vinyl exclusive. I'll just go with the standard edition. I love the blue makeup right here. And also, if you look at their hair, there's like blue, yellow, and I guess like some red, and I think that's very cool. And even the background, I love a gradient, especially when it's done in such a seamless type of way. Like, it just feels like it flows, I guess is what I'm saying. And I do like the alternative. It's very artistic. You know, like that body temperature when you look through like a lens or something, if it's green or blue, it's like cool, right? So I guess that's what I'm seeing right here. I do like the idea. I think it's a really cool, interesting take on the album. Nicki Minaj, Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded. So this one had 3. Standard edition, the deluxe edition, and there's the re-release, the re-up. Standard edition, I love that photo. I love that angle, because, you know, know, it was pop and hip hop. Like the limit did not exist on that album is what I'm saying. So I just prefer the standard edition. I love all the paint. I love how colorful it is. I think it just represents the album perfectly. Teenage Dream, Katy Perry, masterpiece of an album. Another good one. This one had 3: standard edition, international edition, and then there's the re-release, the complete version of the album, because it had what, like 3 or 4 songs added. I think it was 3 songs. See the painting, and of course it's Cotton Candy. But for some reason, I don't know why, but when I found out around this time when this album came out and I saw that there was an international version or another version with text, I just preferred it with text more. I don't know why. Candy Cane, right? Teenage Dream, it's like Candy Cane text. And then you look at her name and it's like licorice or something, you know, like that candy where, yeah, it's like licorice. Is that the candy? If I had to pick, I probably would pick the international version just because I love the text. It took me a while to get used to, because you know how like now you see more album covers with not so much text anymore, it's just a photo. So I had to learn to adjust to that. Of course, there's the complete re-release version, and I do like the edit of it. Do you remember seeing comments that people did not like this edit? Like, what were they going at on this? By the way, whoever did this did a fantastic job. Look at the way they did her name on this. Like, I think that's beautiful, stunning. And then even the way they did Teenage Dream and combined it with the artwork, well, the vector art, the illustration, I think that's so cool. But I do prefer the one where she's on the cotton candy cloud. So yes, I'm gonna go with the international edition because of the text, but I don't mind if it doesn't have it. It doesn't bother me anymore. Britney Spears, Glory. So this album is stunning. It's one of my all-time favorite Britney Spears albums. I still hear it to this day. Just Like Me and Man on the Moon, so good. And I remember when this album came out and I saw the artwork, interesting, because that's a screenshot. The standard album, well, at least when it first came out, if you watch the Make Me video, it was just a screenshot. If you open the album, at least that version, I don't know how it is on the re-release, you see that there's a photo of her, and I love that photo. I'm like, why didn't they use that as the album cover? Because that picture was stunning. I felt that it represented the album perfectly. Of course, there's the re-release, which this should have been the original artwork. Maybe it's because, you know how she was in the conservatorship? When you look at this album, it makes sense, right? Because she's around chains, feels trapped, and I'm assuming it's because of that. Of course, the re-release, or at least the replacement artwork, is my favorite. That is stunning. That is art. Text, the way she looks, the chains, even the sky, and also Swimming in the Stars. That is such a beautiful song. Yeah, that's my favorite. That should have been the original direction, but whatever. I'm just so glad that we were able to get a replacement, because that is art. Hold the Girl by Rina Sayama. So this one had 2 album covers. There was a standard edition and then the blue vinyl edition. I think both photos are stunning. I love this photo shoot. She looks amazing, but I'm just gonna go with the standard edition because at this point I'm used to it. I think some people said it looked like a douche. Oh yeah, I see it. It's so interesting, and I love the shade of red, how there's like some pink there and then you see some smoke. Lana Del Rey, Born to Die. So this one has 3, and I did not know that. I just thought it had 2. So there's the standard edition with the blue text, the deluxe edition where Born to Die is in red, and then there's the Paradise edition. I love this album. It's iconic. It's amazing. Definitely a highlight of the 2010s. I'm gonna be honest, I just prefer the Paradise edition. She looks great in both photos, but I just prefer that version way more. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I love the way that they put the text golden and even the background. I love it. I think it's a good representation of the album. Not only that, but it also has like warm, dark tones in it. Talk That Talk by Rihanna. So this one had 2 versions, the standard edition and then the deluxe edition. I honestly always preferred the standard edition way more. I'm just realizing this now. On the standard edition, you see Talk That Talk like as a tattoo on her arm. I started thinking rated R. That's the same logo design that rated R has, or at least that's when that started. I do remember Only Girl in the World, I think they used that same R. I don't know if they used it on other artwork that she did on that album. I don't know. Honestly, I just prefer the standard edition, to be honest. And I love that tattoo part. Now that I'm noticing, I'm like, oh, that's genius, putting like you get to still see the album title, right? It's on her arm. So yeah, I prefer the standard edition on this album. Warrior by Kesha. I almost said Lady Gaga. Warrior by Kesha. So this one had 3 covers, the standard edition, the deluxe edition, and then the Japanese edition. The Japanese edition is pretty much the Die Young artwork, it's just that they replaced it with Warrior. So the standard edition is purple and green, right? And I don't mind the standard edition, it still makes sense, it still goes with the vision that she had on the album. The deluxe edition that just hits differently, so I'm gonna go with the deluxe version. That's my favorite. So which album cover of these albums did you prefer? There are albums that I did miss, like Bangers had alternative covers, Positions by Ariana Grande had alternative covers. Maybe I'll do a part 2. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and you can also follow me on TikTok. All the links are in the description down below. Have a good one, see you later.